Welcome to the YouTube channel Just Information. I hope you all are fine. Today we will learn class 8th physics chapter Newton's law of motion part 2. So in this part we will learn about the three types of inertia. So our first type is inertia of rest. So inertia of rest is the tendency of a body to continue in its state of rest is called inertia of rest. First example is the passenger standing in a bus fall backwards when the bus suddenly starts because the feet of the passengers start moving along with the bus as it is in the contact with the floor of the bus, whereas the upper part of the body due to inertia of rest tries to remain stationary. Thus, the lower portion of the body, means foot, moves forward and the upper portion remains at rest due to inertia of rest, and thus the standing passengers fall back. Second example is when a paper on which a pile of books are placed is suddenly pulled with a jerk. We expect the books also to move, but this does not happen. This is because the books stay where they were due to inertia of rest when the paper is pulled out. Second is inertia of motion. Inertia of motion is the tendency of a body to continue in its state of motion is called inertia of motion. First example, when a fan is switched off, it continues to move due to inertia of motion. Second example is a running boy falls in the forward direction if he is tripped by the stone because the stone stops his foot, whereas the rest of the body continues moving forward due to inertia of motion, and hence the boy falls in the forward direction. Third example, a rider falls forward when a galloping horse stops suddenly because when a horse stops, the rider due to inertia of motion continues moving and hence falls in forward direction. Fourth example is before taking a long jump, an athlete runs a certain distance. In doing so, he picks up the inertia of motion which helps in taking a longer leap. Our third type is inertia of direction. Is the tendency of a body to maintain its direction of motion is known as inertia of direction. Example 1 is a stone tied to a string is wheeled. If the string is released, the stone flies away tangentially. Second example is when a knife is sharpened by placing it on a rotating iron disc, the sparks move tangentially to the disc due to inertia of direction. I hope you've understood till this. Next is spilling of water and Newton's first law. Spilling of water and Newton's first law. Students participate in a relay race carrying a plastic container of water around a race track. The water will always have a tendency to spill from the container at certain places on the track. The water in general will spill when the container is at rest and if someone attempts to move it, or the container is in motion and if someone attempts to stop it, or the container is moving in one direction and if someone attempts to change its direction. After that, the spilling of the water during relay race can be explained by Newton's first law of motion. First is, from the starting point of the race track, if the container is moved from rest to a very high speed, the water tries to remain at rest due to inertia of rest and spills over. Second, when the container is stopped at the end point of the race track, the water in the container continues its motion due to inertia of motion and the water spills. Third, when the container is forced to change its direction to a curved path, the water tries to be in a straight line motion due to inertia of direction and spills. So, the all three cases which we have studied, the water tries to keep on doing what it is doing. So, as Newton's first law, it gives us the property of inertia. It is called the law of inertia. This law also defines force. I hope you have understood till this part of chapter Newton's first law, Newton's law of motion. And this is the class 8 foundation. You can check the description and see the class 7th foundation. Also, for any queries and doubt, you can join the Telegram link given in the description of this video. In next part, we will learn more about Newton's law of motion. Everything is given in the description. Please go and check through it. I hope you've understood this video. Thank you for watching.